Hi, my name is the Archaeologist of Humanity on fanfiction.net. It is known as the Architect of Light on Archive of Our Own. That's me. Time traveller to some people, Andrew to others, but this is my story, the Eternal Steam Train. And I just want to read it to you if I may. It goes like this. And I'll say it in time with the music because I find that this music is perfect for it. It's how I wrote it. Death. At first it seems like a word that you should be fearful of. Over time though, it's almost like a word you grow more comfortable to hear. I mean, I don't fear the word anymore. I used to, but now, not anymore. As the passage of time flows, so do the cogs of a steam train. A steam train of life. The whistle blows as the train moves. With the passage of time, the people who are born around the train, sometimes behind us, they all get on board at some point. The people who sit on the train, they work, they play, they experience life. Good, bad, horrible, pure. What are those? Just words to me, but I'm sure they have meaning to you. When people get to a ripe old age of whatever they're destined to be, the train stops at a station so that they can be remembered. Multiple trains? Could be. I'm not 100% sure myself. The engine of this train is always in motion, even when stood still. Much like when you sit down. You don't stop moving when you are sat down, yet your legs have time to relax. Then when you want to stand up, you have more energy to do so. Sometimes you could say the same about the engine of this train. As a person, whoever they may be, is laid to rest, the train begins to move forwards again. For some of us, the train never really did stop or slow down, but for others it still moves, it still travels. There is something that someone told me a long time ago. He said he read it off his small plaque or sign that was brought by his mother when they went to a garden centre many years ago. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. I don't see that person anymore, but what he said and how he was truly helped me in more than one way. I sit on board this train of life just like everyone else. There are many people on this train, I lost count to be honest. Sakura Kinomoto, Link, there's loads of people, some of which you would believe don't exist, yet they do. I like to look at life with a smile. Everyone has their own way of looking at life. There are really nice people out there, just like you. We're all on our own journey, yet we face the same challenges, just in different forms. So for instance, I could walk into a shop, buy a bar of chocolate, then walk out again. For you that might be a more different, more complex challenge. You know, I have fond memories being here on Earth. I remember getting my first pedal bike. I can remember falling off of it a lot of the time. But I got up, dusted myself off, with or without injuries, and got back on. From being moaned at in front of a computer screen to owning my own laptop. Strange, isn't it? Isn't it? Then you meet people. Well, you meet people when you're born. I mean people who you meet throughout life that you remember. I remember my first friends. I met my best friend a while ago. Best friends forever as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. We joke that we've known each other for too long. However, true friendships last forever, don't they? Or stand forever, as I wrote there. We all have problems. We all have differences, yet we're all in this together. A lot of people would make this whole statement about something. Instead, let's do something different. Something original. What do you think? Yes, I'm talking to you. Looking back on life, looking out the window of the steam train of life, it really is something. Humanity. We've come so far. Fine, we have loads of hurdles and such, but really, we're still finding our feet. You have the physical world where we live in. You have the subconscious world that links to the dream world. We visit there every night or whenever you sleep. You then have the spiritual world. We live here too. What you do is your choice. No one can make your choice or choices for you. Here's one more quote for you. The world, in this case humanity and possibly nature, doesn't give a damn about who you think you are. It's all about standing up and proving who you are. You know, like saying your name is Joe Bloggs or unknown. Then you stand up and say, no, my name is, I don't know. You could say, my name is Jeffrey, or my name is Jessica, or my name is Rebecca, my name's Mark, my name is this, my name is that. You prove who you are through life. For those of us who live in a first world, don't worry, I won't go on about this because this story really isn't about this. Think about it seriously. You have a lot to be thankful for. Food, water, roof over your head. These three things can be gotten fairly easily. Yes, I wrote this a long time ago, so please excuse me. Yet there are people on the roads here as well. If you believe that the third world are the only ones to go without, think again. It happens everywhere. In the UK, in the USA, in Europe, everywhere. Now let me ask you something. What's this about a first world this and a third world that? Planet Earth is one world, correct? If you insist on calling one side one thing and another another, then you are labelling people. Wouldn't that be called stereotyping? Anyways, I've gotten off my main point of this. We start off on planet Earth, learning to live alongside each other and such forth, yet the train is always with us. People have arguments and fights, yet do they last for eternity? I mean, you may hate someone because of a reason, but over time that particular hate may disappear. It may not, but it may. Golden light. I smile again. I like all kinds of colours. Reminds me of all the kinds of people you meet and see on Earth. I close my eyes as the train starts to rock me to sleep. There are spirits who fly alongside this train as well. There is no end destination. There is no stop and such. You, like me, will always be on this train. Who's driving the train? Well, you could say humanity. You could say God, if you're religious. But from where I'm sat, we're all helping to drive it. This steam train of life. We're all on board for this journey. This journey which doesn't really end. Once you are born, does life really end? Life and eternity are both one and the same, I believe. So you could say the eternal steam train of life. At least, that's what I say. By the architect. I don't know what possessed me to come up with that name, but I came up with that name a long time ago. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me reading out a story that I wrote a long time ago. I can't exactly remember when exactly I wrote it, but judging from this, 2015 seems about right to me, or at least that's when I got allowed onto the website. If you want to take a look at some of my works that I've done on here, you can feel free. I've made 11 on Archive of Our Own. I made quite a few, as you can see. The Christmas story I might read you next time. Who knows? And finally, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, I'm also over here on fanfiction.net if you want me to ever update any of my stories. There are 266 of them, so there's quite a few to choose from. And if you like one in particular and you really love it, give me a heads up. I might just update it. Anyway, thanks for listening to me. I know I've been rambling on a little bit, but I do enjoy talking sometimes. I don't record every day and I don't record to a certain style or anything, but I might go through all my 266 stories and give you a chapter every day or a story every day as a little bit like a book club. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, that's enough from me. I think I need to get going. So, later.